Dear students, we have reached the third of the video in this second unit of Module 5, in which we are looking at the possibilities of narrative medicine to try to improve spiritual care. In the first video of this unit, we look at the reasons why spirituality is not part of everyday health care, even though there is a clear consensus of its necessity. In the second video, we briefly analyzed the importance of health professional narratives and how good work with them can contribute to improving spiritual care. Finally, in this third video, we will try to approach the everyday use of this option from a concrete example, and to do so, we will analyze the impact of the recent COVID pandemic among health professionals and how their own narrative and experience can contribute to improve care in general and spiritual care. The recent pandemic of COVID-19 has strained healthcare system at all levels. In addition to the medical problems, we have also seen a normalization of the use of telemedicine, increases automation of medical and non-medical staff in healthcare institutions, digitization of medical records, and digitization of health service medical records, which together with the use of masks and increase in the safety distance has meant that healthcare has often been shorter and more distant. We could say that the new context has potentially limited the possibility of narrative contact, something that, in line with what we have already mentioned in other videos, may have an influence on spiritual care. Throughout this blog, we are seeing how patients' narratives and opportunity for improvement and adaptation can be also for this new scenario, enabling the development of clinical care and promoting patient well-being by also including an avenue to consider attention to spiritual needs. Narrative medicine can therefore help patients who, through honest conversation, mutual understanding, and openness to emotion towards another person, can feel how healthcare is humanized. But it is not only patients who have been affected by COVID-19 consequences. Healthcare professionals have also been subjected to unprecedented emotional impact and work overload. All this has meant that the coronavirus has substantially affected their psychological state. There have been many experiences that health professionals have told us about. It has been stressed by psychologists that the expression of this emotion as experience is very important in overcoming trauma. In this video conference, we propose how, under the paradigm of narrative medicine, stories can help to overcome trauma, but they can also be a way to improve the quality of care, also in the field of spiritual care. To this end, we will work mainly based on the recently published scientific article Narrative Medicine as Opportunity to Humanize Healthcare in a Post-Pandemic Reality, published in the prestigious European Research Studies Journal, and which you can find in level 2 of this unit as one of the readings that you can select. Narrative medicine involves the telling of patient stories to build a new relationship of meaningful significance, shared understanding, and potential change. In the framework of narrative medicine, each patient is essential because their uniqueness is recognized, and they also feel that there is a sincere interest and concern for their health. When the patients feel that they are listened to attentively, that they can show their fears, feelings, and emotions, the doctor-patient relationship can be enhanced and strengthened. This approach, it can be said, emphasizes the individual patient history in the context of psychological, relational, and environmental stressors related to physical illness. By benefiting the patient through the management of their experience, narrative medicine also encourages medical professionals to develop their self-awareness and creativity. All these aspects are key to improve spiritual care as well. A patient who feels listened to is much more likely to express his or her emotion and spiritual needs. A doctor who practices narrative medicine is much more likely to be sensitive to these issues. Improving their listening and observation skills stimulates their empathic abilities and will increase their capacity for reflection. It is also very important in the case of nursing. As well as science, it is also the art of knowing how to care and comfort. So it needs words as working material, even protection, sometimes as much or more than gloves and masks. Native medicine focuses on three values. The third attention focus, firstly, on listening to the patient's speech. For example, what and how he or she say, what word he or she use, how sentences are constructed, and what is not so. Secondly, we carefully observe the patient's non-verbal behavior, facial expression, gestures, body position. The last component is affiliation, treated as the building of a bond between the participant in the professional doctor-patient relationship, consisting of mutual respect and understanding. But all these issues may not only be beneficial for patients, but also for health professionals, increasing their empathic and reflective skills. The narrative of medical professionals themselves are also very important, as professionals have a lot to say. Although narrative medicine approach have traditionally been applied to patients, the possibilities for health professionals are very interesting, as the possibility for a professional to express their feelings about their professional practice can be a way to improve their skill, thus enabling them to improve better care, including in spiritual care. Caring for all parties living together in the health system daily is a necessity and the way towards building an excellent health care. The times of the pandemic, with the suffering and effort put in by health professionals, have generated several experiences that they need to be shared. The coronavirus has substantially affected the psychological state of many health professionals. For example, on the Spanish Twitter La Voz de las Enfermeras, which collects stories from this health professional, One can read accounts such as the following. Every night, I wake up with the same nightmare. I am the one who is admitted in a corner of the field hospital, and I call my colleagues crying so that they don't forget me. This situation is unprecedented. It has therefore been recommended that professionals who have been confronted with the situation should be able to express their feeling and fears to overcome it. This is a great opportunity, since if we manage to attend to this narrative of suffering, allowing the health professional to explain themselves, overcome the trauma, and feel good about their professional performance, we will also have more empathic professionals who are committed to the importance of the stories. What is proposed is that if health professionals understand the healing of importance of narrative from their own experience, it is easier for them to apply it to patients, thus opening a way to improve spiritual care. For all the above reasons, we propose that it is imperative that health professionals show through narration or writing all their experience in front of the COVID, something that will be very important to guarantee a better level of care and to improve procedures, also all those that have to do with spiritual care. The COVID pandemic is therefore an opportunity to allow health professionals to express themselves. And this is an opportunity for narrative medicine to have a place in medical care, and thus possibly improve spiritual care. With this approach, the aim is to enhance interaction between users and professionals, not only in cognitive but also in affective aspects. Rethinking the way we listen to healthcare workers offers the opportunity to see more clearly the way forward to overcome the crisis, the COVID, while promoting the well-being of healthcare workers toward the future and an improvement in the quality of medical care. From here, we move to another aspect where we can apply narrative medicine, the caregivers and family members, something that we will see throughout Unit 3. Thank you so much, dear students.